And a lot of people are like, well, if you can just do that, then why get the surgery? And my thing is, it's keeping the weight off. That's what my problem is. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get on to today's video. And y'all, I am at 66 subs right now. I just think that it's crazy that I went from 55 to 66 in like the span of a week. So we're almost to the 75 goal. Let's keep going. And yeah, so if you couldn't already tell by the video, what I'll be doing today is telling y'all what PCOS is. So for those who don't know, I do have Polycystic Ovary Syndrome, and so I'm just going to be telling you guys what that is, the symptoms, how I found out, the things that I go through, and how I just take it day by day with all the symptoms and things that I do experience. And also, along with this video, I'm going to be showing you guys what some new makeup products that I got over the course of this weekend. I went to a birthday brunch with my aunt. She had came into town. She had gave me this box of some makeup products that she doesn't use or barely use. And y'all, first, E.l.f. maquillage was in here, barely used. She barely pumped it, y'all, and I haven't tried it, so this is gonna be what we're doing today. I'm so excited. Let's hope it's my shade. Some concealer, NYX concealer contour palette that they have, also the E.l.f. color corrector, and also just some of the things that I used to use, and now switching over to this to see if it works and to see if it's a good product. So y'all get a makeup review, go get some gems, best of both worlds, boom, pow. Let's get started. Now before I start my eyebrows, I'm going to put on my E.l.f. primer. I've had this for a very long time, so y'all have seen her in multiple other videos, and I swear by this. Now the first thing that we're gonna do is my eyebrows, but I need to focus when I do my eyebrows, so let's do that first. Do you see it? Okay y'all, so what I used to do my eyebrows was Fuck I'm Flawless concealer by E.l.f. maquillage, and I think it turned out pretty good. Then I went in with the dark brow Anastasia Beverly pomade. Been using that since I was a teenage girl, ain't switched that up. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so now I used to use this foundation, but now we're gonna use this foundation, which is the E.l.f. maquillage. I woke up like this. Hey, I woke up like this. The number is 210. That's what it says. Normally this is the color corrector that I use, which is I think this is the Bobbi Brown color corrector, but I'm going to use the E.l.f. color corrector instead. Now, I bet you're wondering, what is PCOS? PCOS is Polycystic Ovary Syndrome, and it's basically where you grow cysts on your ovaries. Now, the Google definition is, what I'm reading right now, a hormonal disorder causing enlarged ovaries with small cysts on the outer edges. Now, I don't really know what causes it, but a lot of it has to do with environmental or genetic factors that go into why I have PCOS and what makes others have PCOS. Now, a lot of the symptoms include excessive hair growth, excessive acne, either missed periods or very frequent and heavy periods. And in even some cases, you have weight gain, like me. And a lot of women suffer through infertility as well. Now, I really like the coverage of this foundation. Okay, let's give her a round of applause. I'm gonna put what the Maybelline Fit Me foundation looks like right here and compare it with my face, because I definitely like this foundation a lot better, and I believe, to me, it looks like it's my shade, but if it's not, let me know. Don't have me out here looking crazy. Now we're gonna use the E.l.f. maquillage concealer along with contour of the NYX palette. So I found out I had PCOS when I was 20, and I found out in the weirdest way that I'm gonna soon do a video about. I initially went to the doctor for something completely else, and I had an ultrasound done, and that's when I saw that I had cysts on my ovaries, and that's when I was told, you actually have PCOS. Now, the symptoms that I've dealt with are very different than the typical symptoms that other women deal with. Now, y'all, I'm not doing this part neat, so and I think that's pretty good. Now I'm just gonna use the NYX contour palette and contour my face. I'm probably gonna use my other one because this is it's not dark enough. It's not dark enough. Now, the symptoms that I dealt with is that I really had a hard time keeping weight off. Over the course of these past for about 5 years, my weight has fluctuated a lot. And I think a lot of it had to do with stress, school, COVID, because that's really when I found out I had PCOS, and it was just a lot. In high school, I had lost a bunch of weight, and then as soon as I got to college, freshman 15 hit. Well, probably freshman 30 for me, because child. And then even after that, I got bigger during COVID and then lost the weight. I ended up losing about 50-60 pounds and then gained it right back. So it was just like I really had a hard time with my weight, and also like I feel like a lot of that had to do with my relationship with food and some things that I still struggle with. I definitely deal with erotism. If you can't tell, I got some little chins right there, and that's something that I am a little bit insecure about, but at the same time, like, I frequently shave and I really want to invest into laser hair removal, and I believe that I can get it done for free because I do have PCOS. And y'all, this is blending so well. I am officially using this concealer all the time. How are we liking it, guys? So I also dealt with a lot of emotional problems and hormonal imbalances as well. I frequently struggle with depression, anxiety. It was a lot of days where I'd be crying 1 minute, mad 1 second, and then sad another. And that really started to affect my relationships that I had at the time, including the relationships I had with my parents. And then when I found out I had PCOS, I started taking so much medication. I was on phentermine, topiramate, and spironolactone. The topiramate and spironolactone is not really what I had a problem with, even though when I was taking topiramate, I would get these like terrible headaches. Terrible. But phentermine is what really started to affect me emotionally. And so for those that don't know what phentermine is a appetite suppressant, and I started taking it a little bit before 2022, so like around that November, December, and that was a lot. That was a whole lot to deal with, because when you're not eating, that affects your dopamine levels. And then also, like, as I said, my relationship with food is like ever changing, but it was really at my worst then. And so yeah, I would be super depressed, either like I said, crying 1 minute, mad the next. And honestly, I would not recommend for anybody to get on phentermine unless you absolutely could handle it, because it was getting so bad like I had to go to therapy, and I ended up getting diagnosed with major depressive disorder. Like, that's how bad it was. And then that led me to getting on antidepressants, and I was on antidepressants for about a semester, because I started taking the antidepressants when I was in my senior year of college, and that was about 4 or 5 months, and then I just stopped taking all of that altogether. And what didn't help is I was going through a breakup and all that other stuff at the same time, child. But that's neither here nor there. But one thing I will say is when I stopped taking phentermine, I no longer had to take the antidepressants. So that should explain like the drastic mood change that I had from stop taking my medication. I was only able to stop taking it because I didn't need to anymore, but I'm not a licensed doctor, so I'm not going to tell you to stop taking your medication. If your doctor's telling you to take your medication, please do. I'm just speaking from my experience. Now, I will say I do want to get back on spironolactone or topiramate, one of the two, because when I was on them, it stopped my hair growth, like on my chin and stuff. So I think that's one of the main reasons why I'm going to start continuing to take it again, which shouldn't be a problem. Now, how do I deal with my symptoms? But before we even get to that, we're going to go in with the loose powder and the NYX matte bronzer that I got. First, let's start off with the bronzer. I'm going to review that for you guys first. Okay, so as I said before, how I deal with my symptoms is I stopped taking my meds. I feel like that really helped out a lot with the emotional stress that I was going through, because I did notice that that was one of the main things that was affecting me in my relationships or in my course of my PCOS journey. So now that this part is done, I also get up and I move my body. So whether that's walking my dog, going to work out, doing just simple yoga stretches, like that significantly improves my journey with PCOS. Okay, so y'all, I have this new mascara pencil and it got like a little stamp. I'm probably not gonna use that because I have a specific way that I like this, but y'all, it's not moving. It's not moving, y'all. And it's called the Flick Stick Right Wing Stamp Pen. I don't know who owns this brand, but yeah, that's what it's called. As far as my weight loss is concerned, I am seeking to get a gastric bypass by the end of this year. You guys are going to see what that journey is like within the coming months. And a gastric bypass is basically where they are going to turn my stomach from a size of a football to the size of a golf ball. So, and it's always a high success rate with that surgery. So I was like, let me get it. And then also a lot of women with PCOS and that have sleep apnea, which is also what I have, they get it too. So I was definitely like, yeah, that's something that I'm committed to doing. And a lot of people are like, well, if you have to take the time, because before you get a gastric bypass, you have to go through like a whole 3 to 6 month program on making sure that you're getting your body ready for a gastric bypass, because it's a whole lifestyle and way of living that you're changing about yourself. And this is not just no regular BBL surgery. Like, no, this is for real life changing, in fact. Oh, and during the program, you have to take a certain amount of months to lose at least 10% of your body fat, I believe. And a lot of people are like, well, if you can just do that, then why get the surgery? And my thing is, it's keeping the weight off. That's what my problem is. Like, I have no problem moving my body or whatever, but it's keeping the weight off. And it probably is the food that I eat, because y'all, I love food. Just my love language, for real. My love language. And also drinking water. So I used to be a very heavy juice drinker, especially cranberry juice. But your favorite cranberry juice, yeah, is good for women to drink and all that, but only if it's like the pure concentrated version. That ocean spray and all of that, you drink it straight up sugar. That's all you're drinking. But it's delicious though, but it's straight up sugar. And I'm gonna insert a picture of what my skin used to look like. And I'm just so glad it's gotten a whole lot better, because your girl used to be out here struggling, looking crazy. And I put on the eyeliner, guys. What do we think? I also gotta hurry up and do this video because my camera's about to die, y'all. And another part of it was definitely not stressing as much. I think a lot of what the PCOS symptoms that I had to go through, a lot of that was me being in school, being so stressed out in school. And then also a little bit after school when I graduated, because I was stressed about getting a job. But now I'm just really starting to realize to take life in stride. And a lot of that has like alleviated my symptoms as well, because my periods are not as heavy or as painful anymore. Sometimes they are, but they're definitely not as bad as it was in college. And I think that also was due to me drinking more water as well. And I really just started to put me first. I really started to put self-care first, boundaries first. And you'll be surprised at how mental health affects your physical health as well. And I'm just starting to learn that. Glad I'm learning it now, not later. You feel me? Now I'm using my Better Than Sex mascara. And then I'm just gonna go eye by eye of doing my routine. So we're back. Sorry y'all, my camera died. But I just ended up blending out my bronzer and the setting powder that I had on and putting on lashes. So now we're going to the final steps. And lastly, how I deal with the symptoms that I have, specifically erotism, is shaving. So I invested into a wax pot, and sometimes I like frequently shave my chin hairs, my chest hairs, my legs, things like that. Or what I'll do, instead of using regular shaving cream, I end up using shea butter, which is really good for your skin. Really good. Get the unrefined though. Now we're gonna go back to an old school lip combo that I always use, and that is the NYX Espresso lip liner, NYX butter gloss in the shade Caramel, and I think this is Fortune Cookie. So now lastly, we're gonna go into the overall advice that I have for you on how you can manage your symptoms and just some of my suggestions. Again, I am not a doctor. These are just suggestions and things that have helped me, okay? Take it day by day. PCOS is a illness that does not go away. You're gonna have it for the rest of your life. Nothing deadly from what I know. Will just constantly remind yourself that you are alive and there is a way to manage your life when you have PCOS. And then just taking the small and simple steps of managing the symptoms that you have also helps as well. And also check with your doctor frequently for symptom management and PCOS health. I don't see my doctor frequently, but I'm emphasizing seeing your doctor because I'm not a doctor. So I really just want you guys to take my video for a grain of salt, because I don't want to diagnose anything, suggest anything that may end up not being a help to you. So please go and see your doctor to see what you can do personally to manage the symptoms that you have. And there's a bunch of free resources online at that. And also doing the little things, self-care. If you're one of those people that don't like your hair, please be sure to frequently shave if you like. I don't recommend using shaving cream, or that's gonna make the dark spots around where you shave at worse. What I would recommend is either waxing, or if you just insist on shaving, shave with shea butter. And also take your vitamins. Please take your women multivitamins. They got them all on Amazon. These are just a few that I would suggest that I know that a lot of women take, or that I have personally taken as well. And vitamins definitely do help with managing your symptoms. Y'all, my setting spray is hanging on by a thread, but now we're gonna set the look. Okay, y'all, this is the final look. My camera literally just died, so I have to record this on my phone. But thank you guys so much for watching my video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and let me know what you think about the look in the comment section. I'm definitely gonna start using this foundation more because so much coverage. And yeah, thank you. Bye.